Who's ready for Crisis on Infinite Earths? The animated feature is coming our way next year, and now, thanks to Amazon, we know when. Let's dive in and talk about when we're getting part 1 of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, before we dive into all this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates, and if you can, check out that merch shelf. It's a great way to support the channel. Well, I know I'm not the only one who's typically pretty excited for everything DC brings our way when it comes to animated features, and next year is going to be a doozy. We found out a couple of months ago that both Watchmen and Crisis on Infinite Earths were being adapted by Warner Bros. Animation, and honestly, these are both two staggeringly huge projects. Now, since then we found out, at least Crisis is going to be broken up into multiple parts, although it's currently unclear whether that's 2 or 3 parts, but we do now know when part 1 will finally be dropped, and we're not going to have to wait too long. Now, unfortunately, there's no press releases yet from Warner Bros. Discovery or Warner Bros. Animation, but Amazon has done a little bit of the work for us. Recently, Amazon added an entry on several of their European sites. I can't quite find it yet on the American version, but the Euro sites are giving a release date for the Blu-ray and DVD. And what they have posted is that it will be available on January the 24th, 2024. This means the film is a little less than 3 months away, and does set the overall story up nicely to get multiple parts during the 2024 release year. The 1980s classic comic Crisis saw the multiple worlds of the DC universe converge together, and that's likely what we're going to get in this animated feature. Now, whether we'll get other versions from previous animated series, well, that is a strong possibility, but none of that has been confirmed as of now, but it is a pretty high fan expectation that I think DC probably should consider fulfilling. Now, I have seen a couple of other dates being kicked around on social media, and I think there's some misreporting here, including January the 9th. But we need to keep in mind, quite often physical media and digital media are released on slightly different dates, and sometimes there's a bit of a space between the European releases and American releases, so this date could move a little bit. I think DC has a huge bar here to meet because Crisis is one of their greatest stories ever, and the fact that they are taking it serious enough to break it into multiple parts, well, that's a proven successful track record. Some of the best animated DC movies ever have been broken into multiple parts, including The Dark Knight Returns and The Long Halloween. So I'm hopeful this format, whether it's 2 or 3 parts, will give us a Crisis story that honors the original and satisfies fans. In any case, we're going to watch this one pretty closely. Hit that like and subscribe button to get all the updates. We'll make sure we bring you the Crisis news right away.